Hey boys and girls, I'm going to go over where you can find your assignment for Social Studies, Lesson 4.3, the United States Involvement in World War II, and we're going to go over how you're going to complete that assignment. You're going to go to your Social Studies course. Okay, we're looking under the HCS Supplemental Resource folder. We're looking at Module 4, and we're looking at Lesson 4.3, United States Involvement in World War II. I'm going to click on that top lesson, Lesson 4.3, the United States Involvement in World War II. Okay, it says foreign policy of the United States is the way in which the United States acts towards other countries. At the beginning of World War II, the United States did not enter the war, but it did have policies which supported countries that did. So before we go through each step, just like all the other social studies lessons, your assessment and your assignment is attached at the very bottom, 4.3 assessment. I'm going to open that up so that we can take a look. Okay, so numbers 1 through 4, you've got multiple choice questions here. 5, you're answering 3 to 5 sentences. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are all short answer. Okay, so you're going to need to answer those in complete sentences. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go through the lesson here. Go back to the top of the lesson. Step 1, you're going to watch the video, What was the Lend-Lease Act? The video is attached right here. You can click on that blue link and it'll open up the video. Once you're done watching the video, you're going to answer the multiple choice questions. Those are questions 1 through 4 on your assessment sheet, and that assessment sheet, again, is attached at the very bottom. So after you watch the video, you're answering these 4 multiple choice questions. What was the Lend-Lease Act? How did the Lend-Lease Act help Great Britain and other countries? Number 3, how did it help the United States? It would be the Lend-Lease Act. And then number 4, why were some people opposed or against? Opposed means against the Lend-Lease Act. Okay, now if you're working on your computer and you can't fill these bubbles in, you can always draw an arrow, you can circle, however you can show me what the answer is, okay? All right, so that's step 1, answering questions 1 through 4 after you watch the video. The video is, what was the Lend-Lease Act? Step 2, as a World War II historian, explore the attack on Pearl Harbor. So step 2, you're going to watch the videos. You've got Pearl Harbor summary and FDR's Day of Infamy speech. You're going to watch those 2 videos, and you're going to read the article World War II Pearl Harbor. Boys and girls, usually these articles are linked also with a video that you can listen to the article. This one's a very short article, about a paragraph or 2. So we don't have a recording of that article being read. So you'll have to read that one independently, but it's called World War II Pearl Harbor. So you're going to watch these 2 videos, Pearl Harbor summary, FDR's Day of Infamy speech, and you're going to read this article, World War II Pearl Harbor. And then you're going to go to your activity sheet or your assignment sheet, and you're going to answer questions 5 through 8. So let's go take a look at 5 through 8. Number 5, reflect upon what you saw, what you heard, and what you read while watching Pearl Harbor, FDR's Day of Infamy speech, and reading the World War II Pearl Harbor. So you're just summarizing, what are the things that you saw in those 2 videos, and what are the things that you read about in the article? 3 to 5 sentences. Okay. Number 6, what caused the bombing of Pearl Harbor? You're going to answer that in complete sentences. 7, what was the effect of the bombing of Pearl Harbor? What effects, because that bombing happened, what did it lead to? What were the effects of it? You're going to answer that in complete sentences. And I think it said 5 through 8. So let's look at 8. How did you feel when you listened to President Roosevelt's speech? So after you listened to that speech, how did you feel? Okay, what did you feel about maybe the war? Okay, so that's 5 through 8 with step 2. Step 3, it says the United States entered World War II following the bombing of Pearl Harbor. What was happening in America and in South Carolina at this time while U.S. soldiers were heading overseas to fight? So step 3, you're going to read or listen to the article on the home front. You can read the article by clicking on the blue words on the home front. If you click this icon, the sound icon, that'll take you to a link where this article on the home front is being read. So you can listen to the article being read, and then you're going to read South Carolina Goes to Work, or if you rather listen to it being read, you can click on the sound icon link. So you're going to read or listen to on the home front and South Carolina Goes to Work, and then you're going to answer questions 9 through 11 on your assessment sheet, which again is attached below. Let's go look at questions 9 through 11. Number 9, how did the war affect the economy in the United States and South Carolina? Did it help the economy? Did it hurt the economy? Explain your reasoning. So remember, economy is money. So how did the war affect the United States and the United States' ability to make money? And how was the economy affected by the war in South Carolina? So make sure you hit both parts, the United States and South Carolina. Did the war help the United States? Did the war help South Carolina? Did the war hurt the United States economy? Did it hurt South Carolina's economy? And explain. And then number 10, what were some of the roles of women during this time? So during the time of war, we had men going to war. What did the women do? Well, the men went to war. What did the women do during this time of the war? How were women treated in the workplace? So, you're going to be reading about how women, went to work. After the men went to war, the women went to work. They took those jobs that the men left behind. How were they treated in that workplace? And then number 12, what were some of the roles of African Americans during this time? So during the time of the war, what did African Americans do? Okay, and I believe there's a typo here. This should say questions 9 through 12. So I'll go make that edit because there are 12 questions on your assignment sheet here. Okay. Just a reminder, make sure that you answer all your questions in complete sentences, except for the first 4, which are multiple choice. When you're done, boys and girls, you're going to scroll down here. On your screen, there'll be a blue plus button. You can click that button and submit your work.